And this is what it looks like when you slip. Hey you guys, welcome back to another adventure. This one is pretty cool, if I may say so myself. I have put a considerable amount of time and effort into tracking this location down, getting the permissions to be able to actually come here and everything like that. So we are right now walking on the same rail formation from the last video, except we are further up the line past the crash site. So what we're actually doing is we're following this line all the way up to the shunting yards where that exact train ran away from. And then from there, I have permissions to follow the old rope road all the way in to the Wilton Collieries No.1 mine. So that is what we're up to today. And I think it's going to be pretty exciting because I have not found any modern documentation at all on the Wilton Collieries No.1. Plenty of stuff on the number 2, 3 and even 4, but past that, almost nothing. And here we are. This is the line. This flat level bench, and we're going to follow this all the way into the hills. Cows up there. Just look at him, or her, I don't know, but he's just chilling. It's pretty wild to think this is old mining landscape, and you know, there's like houses and like ducks and a pond just down there and everything, which is pretty sweet. Let's talk about some of the effort that it actually took to get here in the first place. So, you know, the first thing was I was obviously researching the train, and I learnt that it ran away from the Wilton Collieries No.1 shunting yard, and it got me curious about where the actual Wilton Collieries No.1 actually was, because I have no idea, or had no idea. And the research took me down rabbit holes. There were so many things that could have been dead ends had I not been persistent. For example, the land title was not up to date. It was a dead end. I had to backtrack through a whole bunch of the changes and the swaps and finally track some new titles. And then I had the fun of trying to make contact. Oh, hello. There's a sheep. He just came up the hill and looked at me. Had to try and make contact with landowners, and that in itself was another whole thing. Let's get through the gates. Always shut them. Get permissions. You got to be respectful. So I had to call the council, and I had to ask them if I could get some details. They didn't really have much information on hand, so there was nothing much that I could do there. Then I actually put a post out onto one of the local Facebook pages, and that is where we started making some headway. So a huge shout out to those of you which helped me get in touch with the landowners. It's massively appreciated. And then finally talking with the landowners to gain permission to come here was amazing. You know, it turns out they're not even in the country, and they want to see what I find. You know, they want me to send photos of what I find, what I see, and all that sort of stuff. So we have a pretty unique opportunity here that hasn't really been in the public eye at all before. So let's carry on. Wow. Far out, and they just tipped. That's pretty wild. So the route that we're walking right now is actually how all of the miners and workers for the Wilton Collieries got to the mine site. They would jump on the train, they would follow this exact rail formation, and then they would jump in the carts at the rope road and head up to the mines and start work. And from my research, the Wilton Collieries No.1 employed upwards and over 100 people with, if I remember correctly, it was a 4-to-1 ratio, with the 4 being underground to the 1 worker being above ground, which is pretty wild, honestly. The land that I'm walking right now belongs to forestry, so there's lots of pine trees and gorse and all that sort of stuff all through here. It's not the most interesting part of the walk, but you know, we're still on the old rail formation. There's a history right beneath our feet. You know, hundreds of people a week rode a train along this exact path all the way to the shunting yards, which is pretty crazy. Like, just look at that landscape. Is that not pretty astounding? And of course all the gorse and pine trees. That slight breeze today is actually quite nice. It's cooling me down. It doesn't look like much, but this whole rail trail is on a very slight incline. If I remember correctly from my research about the train, it's a 1 in 40 incline. And so it doesn't look like much on camera. It doesn't feel like much when you're walking it, but sustained walking, you feel it in your lungs a little, but that's all good. It'll get better with time, with more adventures. And so this rail formation actually follows Firewood Creek, or Windy Creek as it was known back then. And you guys saw the state, or how large that stream was in the train video. Well, this is it today, and you know where it starts. Just look how small that is comparing. So and we're going to be right at the headwaters of this stream, because that's where the mine is. It's right in the headwaters, so it's going to be quite cool. I feel like the ground is probably going to be pretty soaked, pretty wet, probably kind of gross, but that's what we got our gear for, right? So we got our boots, our pants, all that kind of stuff. Don't have to worry about it. Right, we might be coming up on some of our first little bits of history. I have no idea what it is, but there's something just over there, so we're gonna have a bit of a look, see if we can't see what it is. The grass is pretty long here, and the ground's a bit uneven here. Okay. So guys, give me a second to just navigate there and I'll show you. The things that I found, we have these here. Is this old tramway or rail? I think it is. And then we have a big concrete pad just here. I'm not sure what that would have been used for, but it's definitely some sort of infrastructure because you can see the bolt sticking out of it there. Then we have this here, which is another thing. It's pretty crazy to me that this stuff is just left lying out in the open, you know. It's history. It's so cool. So, what do we have here? We have some more concrete with metal embedded into it. Then got a big steel plate just in the hillside here. No idea. Oh wow. Okay, so there's holes in the ground here, so we're going to be careful. So, oh, it's not just a hole, it's completely, there's metal in there. Something's buried here. That's pretty cool. That is really cool. And then, well, another thing I noticed here is actually this. It's like a wheel or a spoke system of some kind. If you guys know what that could be, please leave a comment and let me know, because I would absolutely adore to find out. Whoa, guys, you're not going to believe what I'm looking at right now. I don't exactly know what they are, but it's absolutely tied to the mining culture here. What is this? Wow. Wow. Are these old, like, coal skips or something? I really have no idea. But that is amazing. Okay, that is seriously cool. Like, seriously cool. Wow. There's so many. So many. Like, just look. And they're just left here abandoned. Oh my gosh, we've got an axle. Yeah, these are old carts. Look at that. That's pretty freaking amazing, guys. I think that is really, really neat. Like, I mean, look at that. An old bolt. Wow, there's history everywhere. Like, there's even old cable coming out of the ground here. And over there. So, this is a really, really cool environment. This is freaking awesome. I love it. So, let's get back out of here and let's get back onto the rail formation, guys. So just give me a second and we will sort that out. Whew. Actually, one more second. Is this, oh come on, there we go. Is this an old coupling? I think that might be an old coupling of some sort. And there's something up over here. Oh, we've got a concrete pad. So this right here was something in itself. This was something. We're standing. We are standing on a concrete pad. There used to be infrastructure for the rail line that runs through here. That's pretty amazing to me, guys. That is pretty freaking awesome. Wow. So I just checked my mapping so I could carry on following the rail line, just, you know, thinking we were relatively early into the walk. And this big flat area behind me, this is the shunting yards, guys. This is where the exact train that we found in the last episode ran away from. That is so wild to me. We're here at the shunting yards, and from here we follow the old rope road right up to the mine. So let's have a little look around here and see what kind of infrastructure we can't find. So one of the very first things is actually this steel scrap up here. Now, knowing we're in a historical shunting yard, I do need to be careful about where I'm stepping and, you know, potential hidden dangers in this long grass. But what was this? I don't know if any of you have more on, you know, mining history and stuff, but, you know, pop it in the comments, because this is just astounding. Just look at that. Just being swallowed by the grass here. That's pretty wild. And to think that this big flat area here was a shunting yard for a whole mine system. And I'll pop some screenshots from my overlays that I've been following up so you can see what it looks like. From the old mine plans and the LiDAR. So it looks really inconspicuous right now. Like, I never would have picked this as a historical area had I not researched and looked at it on LiDAR and the old mine plans first. So yeah, that's pretty astounding to me, guys. So I think what we're going to do now is just have another little look around here and see if we can't find anything, because I believe the screens should have been just like literally right here. I believe this path up here is the rope road, and I believe where we are standing right now is where the old screens were. So I'll pop a screenshot with my location and the map that shows all of that. Wow. This is This is amazing, guys. This is amazing. I never expected to be right here in a place where Waikato's coal industry boomed. Like, this mine, over the course of its #1 mine and then all the way up to its #4 extended, I believe it put out over 2 million tons of coal, which is astounding. Wow. Okay, so that's the shunting yards right here. I've consulted my LiDAR and my mine plan, and this is the rope road right in front of us here. So we are going to follow this all the way to the Wilton #1 mine mouth. Now this is actually a big deal, guys, because there is no modern footage at all. Like, I haven't found a single piece of modern footage or documentation done on the Wilton Collieries #1 mine. I've seen plenty on #3, but not at all #1, which is the oldest. Whoa, what do we have up here? Wow. We've got more infrastructure. What would this have been? I don't know. Could this have maybe been like a big winch system? Because I know they had big like blocks and like haulage equipment that pulled the carts all the way down, and the miners used to ride those carts up. So the miners used to ride the carts right up here somewhere. So I'm just trying to figure out where the actual rope road kind of cuts in, and we will go from there, because this, I'm not 100% sure, because it looks like it kind of turns, and if it does turn, then this is probably not the rope road cutting, because that was a relatively straight thing. So yeah, that disappears into the denseness of the cutting grass and toi toi, and it looks like Kanuka or Manuka just further on there. So I think what we need to do, I think when we were looking at those carts, we were on the rope road. So we need to get back over there and carry on up. So let's do that, guys. Let's do that. I'll cut back when I'm back at those carts. So I think this is the rope road here that I'm tracking on right now. It kind of cuts around a little bit and just cutting past that really dense area of cutting grass and all that stuff. Yep, and yep, guys, we're here. This is it. We've got cable, we've got concrete foundation. Look at that. This is all infrastructure for that mine site. That is amazing. Whoa, look at the chain. I wonder if they use this for structural stuff, because it seems to be running through the concrete. That's pretty amazing. And then we've got, wow, guys. I am so blown away right now, guys. This is something else. This is absolutely something else. Look at all of this. we've got brick structures that have collapsed down the hillside, all down there. We've got some more, I don't know what those are, but there's more iron and stuff down there. This whole hillside is absolutely littered with history. Whoa. I just think that is so cool, guys. And to think, a lot of this stuff being on private land that I've gone through the challenges of getting permission for, nobody has seen since the mine site closed down. And I know the Wilton Collieries operated from the 1930s to 1944 before it became a state colliery, and the state operated it for a decade or two more. So it's absolutely amazing. This is so cool. Now it looks like we have the fun part, navigating through gorse and cutty grass and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to pull my sleeves down. I might even put on my hard shell soon. Actually no, I forgot to bring it. Okay, so, you know, I would keep an eye out as we travel. Keep an eye out for relics and all sorts, because, you know, who knows what the miners could have dropped along this path. There's very real possibilities that there could be broken lamps, lamp batteries, there could be anything really, you know. So much fun navigating through spiky gorse. It's probably like the worst thing to navigate through. Ow, it hurts. The dry stuff, not so bad. The stuff that's still alive sucks. Oh, you get randomly stabbed in the side while you're walking. So great. We've got some old cable here. Must be getting a little higher in elevation because it is just a bit windy. I think it's pretty amazing how they cut into the hillside here to make a nice level bench for the rope road, and just look at that view. Actually, that's pretty amazing. Wow. Right, so let's carry on. Let's get on up here. Let's get to the mine. Wow, just look at this. They cut straight through here. Like, that's just amazing. Whoa. I don't know if these are from the era, but check this out. Looks like old beams. And then old telephone poles. That's pretty amazing, guys. There's been a lot more here to find than I initially thought there would be. This is so awesome. My mind's blowing. Alright guys, we have just crossed property boundary line into the property that contains the mine. This permission took a long time to get. People don't even live in New Zealand. Like I said at the start of the video, I had to ask on a local Facebook page if anybody knew the owners of this property, and it took a while, but we got our permissions and now we're here. So right up here, the rope road diverges into two separate sections. One cuts off down that way, and that goes to a later working, which I believe was the number 3 mine, potentially. I can't remember off the top of my head. Hard work moving through this tall grass. So yeah, this is where this cuts off over that way, and the way that we want to go carries on straight, supposedly, according to the LiDAR. Oh. Straight down into this valley here, and that's where Firewood Creek runs, right down that gully, and the mine workings are right at the head over there. According to the LiDAR and the mine plans, the rope road went right down in front of me, right down. So I'll show you this. Straight down there. I'll show you the LiDAR as well. I'll put a screenshot of it. So I think our next goal is to try to find a way down here. So yeah, let's see what this entails. Right, down we go. We do not want to slip here, guys. Not be that ideal. There may even be, yeah, I don't actually think that's all that feasible, to be honest. Let's get down a little bit further and have a look. I've got some old wire here. Right, So there's no easy way down, so I've switched away from the gimbal just to my little selfie stick, and we are going to try and make our way down, but let's see if we can't figure this out. Okay, it's very steep. Oh, okay, I can't really use the trees to put my weight on. I think the ground's just a bit too soft, and there's a chance that it could just pull the tree over. I think we need to make a different approach, guys, if I'm honest. I think we're going to make a different approach. I have another way to get to the mine site. I really wanted to walk the rail trail and the rope road to get here, but if that's not something that we can do safely, we're going to have to readjust. So I think that's what we're going to do, because there's no realistic way of me getting down here. If I look at the LiDAR, it shows a flat depression going right up the middle of the valley, but I'm not seeing that in front of me. The forest has really swallowed it. So I need to readjust, so I will come back to you guys once I'm back at the car, and we're going to need to shift around to a different area. So I'll see you guys soon. Right, so we are making our way down. We're following this ridge down. We do need to be careful because right now we're actually above a bunch of the workings. Like, there's tunnels underneath our feet right this second. So we just gotta be very, very purposeful in where we put our feet. Keep our eyes open for anything that might be a drop or something like that. Ooh, okay. So we want to go down there. So I think we need to go down here and around. Okay, we're making some progress. If we can get down to the stream, which I think might actually be just down there, we might actually have something. If we come across like a level bench running along, that'll be the rope road that we're on, coming up to the mine mouth. So it's steep here, but we can get down. So I'll have a look at my mapping and I'll figure out a route. Okay, yep, it looks like down is the way. That tree is not going to hold me, so we are going down on our butt. Oh, wow. Wow. There's, oh God, I don't know if it's showing well on camera, but something down there is completely man-made. Like that is human activity. Okay, so it looks really wet down there. Oh, it is the headwaters of a stream, so that makes sense. So So let's just bench across a bit. Yeah, so I think we really just want to get down there. So when you're in places like these, I really got to check my navigation like all the time. I really can't wait until I have a GoPro or a DJI action cam or something, so I can just record with that and use my phone for navigation and actually show you guys. But for right now, down there is there's definitely something. So I gotta check out my map. So be right back. Right, how are we gonna make this happen? Okay. Best way down is probably just over here, to be honest. Let's get up over this and see if we can't it's getting caught by like everything. Alright. Let's not fall, eh? Okay, so it's going to be swampy down here, but that's fine. Wow. I just found a hole in the ground. And I think that's the mine right there, like right to my right. So, wow. Yeah, that would make sense too. Okay, we're just going to get down there and we're going to have a look. Best ways down. But yeah, see all that? That's definitely all like leveled. I think that might be the old rope road. Alright guys, you see? Wow, let's get down even further. Look at that. Okay, it's not too bad, but wow, we're in the bottom of this gully, guys. Look, walls all around us. And honestly, just getting down here was a challenge in itself. Whew. So, I think I need to have a look at my mapping, see where we are in relation to everything, and then start picking some areas to go explore and show you guys. So this flat level bench right in front of us, I think is actually a collapse, because right where I am right now, I'm standing above the main #1 drive. So I think this is all collapsed in. Yeah, I think this is all collapsed in. I thought maybe the mine mouth would have been up there and it's been like closed off or filled in, but it's over here. But I just saw one thing actually that I just want to have a look at, because I'm not sure. Is this? No, that's just a tree trunk. Okay, I thought maybe it was like timbers or something. It looked really straight. I mean, is it? I don't know, it could be something. That's interesting. It's such a bit of a foreign landscape to me, like not really explored a mine site before. So I'm piecing things together kind of as we go. But let's walk over this collapsed drive. Well, I mean, not over it, but we'll stick to the side of it and see if we can't get above the main tunnel. It's pretty wild to think that all of this, you know, potentially collapsed ground. Like, I'm not sure if it has collapsed or if it's just a low area that's just collecting water. But yeah. So it is really boggy. Oh wow. Like yeah, that's, you disappear into that. So okay, so it looks like there's a level area here. It's definitely still boggy here in certain areas because these plants, they love boggy conditions, so I'll try to stay away from them. Oh guys, we've got some metal down here. Looks like we've got a piece of like tram line here. Wow. Is this a historic bottle? It could be. It is. It's got embossing on it. That's really neat. And then we've got random bits of track just sticking out of the ground there. That's something different. So, oh, I see a concrete pad. I see a concrete pad, guys. Before we go over there, I'm going to have a look at my map, identify what it was, and then we'll go over and have a look. So that concrete pad was the smithy. So it is on the plans that I have. So let's go check it out. Gosh, the smithy. We've got the smithy's concrete pad right here. I wonder what might be left around it. Wow. Whoa. Here, guys, here it is. So this right here, this whole area, according to the plans that I have, this is the smithy. So this is where they repaired their pickaxes and anything that was worth fixing. Wow. What else do we have? Hey, we've got some more rail right there. And then I wonder if this is part of the smithy as well. So we've got more foundation just down here. I just check that out. It's pretty wild. You know, it'd be pretty sweet to bring a metal detector here. Imagine digging up like an old pickaxe head or something. That'd be really, really cool. Finding like an old lamp or something. I'm just seeing so many little things around here that I just want to go check out. So I've got something here. looks like it might be a waterway or something. I'm not 100% sure. I don't see anything like that relating to the plans, but my plans are early plans, so they don't cover the full operation time. They're from 1932, so only roughly 2 years after they started up. And this has got to be like a spoil heap or something, right? Because this mound that I'm on isn't natural. It's so like, man, I need to do more research on like mining and stuff. Because was this a water race? Was it an adit of some sort? Or was it a drive that's collapsed? Or I really don't know, but it's something. It's something. Okay, what else do we have around here? So yeah, we're back at the original concrete pads here and behind us. Okay. So yeah, see, we've still got big iron stuff sticking out of it. What's that? Oh wow, guys, that's a piece of coal. This is the stuff they were digging up out of the ground. The whole reason this place existed. Wow. So I've just been wandering around a little bit and I've just found a little bit of like scrap steel. I don't know what it belonged to, but it's kind of cool, you know. It's just out here in the middle of the forest. Just check that out. No idea what it could have been. Some bolts and stuff in it. There's a bird that just landed in a tree right above me. But yeah, okay, that's neat. Let's carry on moving down. We still want to find this main mine portal, you know. There's apparently a few other portals that could be around the area as well. So let's see. And also just keep my eyes open for anything historical, anything that could be quite, you know, interesting. No, that's just a rotten log. Oh wow. What is... Wow. Okay, this is a mess. Look at this. It's just a big tangle down there. We've got a cool little post there. So I'm wondering what's happened here and how I can move through it. Because we've got another fallen tree there. It's a bit boggy down here. Yeah, so a whole tree's just fallen. It just blocked it off. Looks pretty recent too, because there's air fights, treetop ever fights, and they're all still doing well. Okay. So Is that a huge chunk of coal there? I think it is. Yep. So, okay, I'm gonna have to consult my map again. It's gorgeous here though, it's like seriously gorgeous here, like wow. Alright, I'll be right back guys. I'll keep going the way that I'm going. I should apparently come out whatever that was, it did not taste very nice. I should come out with the mine just to my right, the actual portal, so let's see about getting through here. Okay. The big drop down into more of a gully. Could this be the headwaters or where the mine is? Let's have a look, guys. GPS isn't like super fantastic in here, so it's kind of hard to figure out my location, but there's a flat level bench running in front of me right here, and it's definitely cut into the hillside. So this is definitely something. It could be part of the rope road. I'm not entirely sure. It's hot. So I think what we'll do is we'll have a quick squiz up here, because it looks like we're particularly close to a bunch of stuff on my plans. It's a lip, tree. Okay. But do you see what I mean? Like this whole flat bench along here, if I get through here, see that's all level, and that there has all been cut away. So I feel like if we go this way, we're following in the footsteps of where people back then used to move. Oh yeah, we're heading down. Okay, it is a level bench. Had a lot of years of stuff growing on it, but it's a completely level bench. Heading down like, yeah. So let's get down here, around this side of it. Okay, so I've just looked at my plans again, and it says that we're right by the mine, so it's got to be around here somewhere. Like, I feel like what we're on right now is potentially the rope road, because it's just flat. but it's getting even more dense as we go down. Yeah, see, we've got more cuttings in here. All right. I need to have a sit down, have a look, and figure out where I am in relation to everything else. I'm on a cutting, I know that much, but I haven't seen much human infrastructure. We're seeing more back that way, so I'll just check a few things out. Okay, yeah, we are on the rope road, guys. We are on the rope road. That's what this level bench is. So that means behind us should be the mine entrance. But let's try and just go down a little bit further and see if we can't see anything, because there's a few foundations along the side of it according to the plans. So let's see if we can't find those. Then we'll make our way back up and we'll have a look for the mine entrance. Oh yeah, she is dense in here. Just tried stealing my hat as well. Okay, yeah, this is absolutely the rope road. There's no way it can't be, right? Like, it's, yeah, they've really benched it. You see more cuts on the hillside over there. It's overgrown, that's for sure. Far out. Wow. That is so cool, guys. This is, oh wow, just wow. It's amazing. It's just so neat being out here and seeing this stuff. Earlier, we were up over there somewhere. I'm pretty sure up on that bank up there. So, whew. All right. So, yep, we are 100% on the rope road. Following this any further down, it just goes down into the valley. So all the infrastructure is behind us. So we're going to make our way back up and see if we can't find... Weird sounds, sorry guys. Let's see if we can't find that #1 mine entrance. I know it's been filled in, but it's still quite cool to find. So let's see if we can't do that. Okay, from my research, this rope road led right into the mouth of the #1 mine, the main portal. So realistically, we should only have to follow this up and we should find it. because we were coming down before, it was a bit more difficult. Whew. Definitely not the easiest stuff to navigate in. Regenerating bush is always difficult. You get so much ground cover and low-lying stuff. It just is right in your way. And you have all like the gorse skeletons and stuff like that. So it does get difficult. Okay, yep. Getting caught on everything. Oh. I need to get a bag that doesn't have mesh, because that mesh just gets caught on so much. Okay, so I'm where it says the mine entrance should be around here. So let's have a look in some of these faces and see if we can't see like a filled in mine entrance or something. See if we can see any structural supports that might indicate what we're looking at. So, is it down there? We are within 10 meters of it somewhere. My GPS has a horizontal accuracy of 10 meters right now, and it's saying we're basically on top of the mine. So we have an immediate area to kind of search. Now, coming back up here, just to have a look. So that's, nope. Okay, I can see cuttings down there. So could there be a mine mouth down there? You would potentially think, by seeing the amount of stuff we saw on the way up the rope road. Oh, okay, we're starting to find more stuff here, guys. I think we're in the right area. Look at this. We've got metal and we have coal. Yep, got real big bits of coal too. Wow, it's pretty astounding. So I think we're close. It's here somewhere. It's really, really close to us. I think we need to just search these banks here and we might find something. So let's have a little look. I can't see anything that looks like mine mouth here, maybe? Further down there, or up along here. There's still coal on the ground all around me. Okay, nothing that I can see. No, that's just punga. Let's go down further. I hate myself for this because I have to climb out of this, but look at all that, it's all coal. Ooh. Slipping and sliding. Let's not do that. Ooh. What kind of bird was that? I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it was different. It's got undercut up here. It's so crazy to think that this was an industrial landscape. Like, hundreds of people move through this valley every week. Okay, down we go. Okay, we're getting right down into this gully now. Follow it down. I love these boots. They don't take off on you. So many other shoes, they start sliding, you just go, but these boots seem to just slow themselves down. It's so nice. I highly recommend Hunter's Element if you're looking for gear, guys. Highly recommend. Whew. Okay, so we're getting more boggy bits down here. Can't really see the ground too well here. It's the only thing. Holding onto a tree. Got water collecting down there, just down there. I know mine's a leak water, so I mean that could. Okay, switch attention back to here, sketchy footing. Okay. That was a bit faster than I would have liked, but all good. Okay. We'll get down here and I'll look at my mapping again, see where we are in relation to stuff again, because yeah, the bush definitely doesn't give up its secrets easily. Oh. I can hear water. I don't know if that'll be picked up on mic. Are we at the headwaters of Firewood Creek? I think we might be. Yeah, we absolutely are. So that raging stream where we originally saw the train wreck, this is where it starts. This is literally the exact same stream right here. Right here. That's pretty amazing to me, guys. It's really, really cool. I'm way down in this gully. Okay. Let me see where we are. This is absolutely the stream in Firewood Creek. This is absolutely the headwaters. Yeah, just slowly cutting through. Whoa! What was that? There's a bird of some kind. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh my gosh, we have a little owl, guys. There's a little owl. It's a little doo-doo. Right there. Can you see him? Or her? I've just switched to a 3D map view just to have a look at my elevation and stuff. And yeah, we are well below the mine site right now. So we were on the rope road, so we need to go back up. So I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get back up there, and we'll carry on. I guess climbing is just our best thing, but bye bye, Mr. Owl. Where are you? He's just there. You can't see him very well though. But okay, so back up. So we get back up to the rope road, and then I'll consult my 3D view again, because I completely forgot that I had loaded it in 3D onto my phone. So that could be very handy for figuring out where we are and where we need to go. But first, we need to make our way back up this. which is very hard because it's all slippery. Okay. Oh gosh, it's boggy. It's very boggy. All up here. So this is, yeah, this is all converging on Firewood Creek, so there you go guys. Firewood Creek starts as a forest sponge. It slowly just leaks water. So that's where Firewood Creek comes from. Okay. This is all sop beneath my feet. Gosh. Yeah, so all the water comes down. Yeah, see, the ground's just completely soaked. Yeah. Smacking my gimbal around. Okay, we're making headway. Okay, it's definitely where I came down. You can see me sliding there. Rope road's up there. Okay. Harder than it looks, guys, but damn, it's exhilarating. Why did I decide to come all the way down here? Okay, this is all slipping. Knees on the knees. Oh. Okay, we got this. More coal. Really likes to let us know. Whew. It likes to let us know that we're in the area, but it doesn't want to give up where it actually is. Okay. And this is what it looks like when you slip. So just slowly making my way back up. We've got some more rail line there. Right here. Look at that. All the way into the hillside there. And that's where it flattens out. I'm glad to see it start getting flatter. Whew. Okay. First we need to get up to that flat area. Oh wow, it really does come straight through. And then there's more there, running right through. So we got stuff in here. Okay. So, it must be around the right level. That is not something I can hold on to. Okay, a bit flatter here now. More coal protruding. Like that big chunk. Some more just there, like big chunks of it. That is wild. Okay, strap on the flat bit now. Oh, nice. It's not the bench, but I know exactly where we are. Because I used to think, well, not used to, but for a second, when we first came to this part, thought this might have been the mine here, that undercut, but no. So, I'm going to stand right over here. It's a bit more light, which means a bit more access to the sky for my GPS. And I will just check my mapping. Right, I've gone and overshot it. It's somewhere over there, down just a little bit. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to navigate to it with my map open, not recording, because it is getting a little bit later and I still need to climb out of this gully before it gets dark. But I'm going to navigate to it using my mapping, and I will show you guys once I'm there. I was just making my way down to it actually, and I've just found something I personally think is pretty cool, so I'll show you. Look at that. It's even got like little horns. Yeah, look at that. If you know what animal this belongs to, let me know, because that's cool. It's really cool. I was just climbing back up and something's staring me in the face right here. It's no pipe. Like, right there. No idea what it used to do, but there's a pipe there. That's pretty wild. Let me let's pop a torch. Oh wow. Guys, it goes for a while, but it carries on underground for a long ways. Cannot see the end. That is amazing. And it's just sitting here in the middle of nowhere. That's so wild. Well guys, I'm standing precisely exactly where it says the mine entrance is. I feel like I'm on the rope road, not at a mine entrance. I'll pop a screenshot up of exactly where I am on the LiDAR with the mine plans overlaid, and it basically says right in this area where I am is where the #1 portal was. So I don't know if, you know, we've got all these down here, if maybe this is a filled in portal or something. I'm not sure. I really wish that there was kind of more to see, but like all these big chunks and everything down here, like it's all clay. So really, yeah, I really don't know. I think the majority of what could have been available to find is probably gone. I think nature's reclaimed it all. I think 70 years or close to 70 years of abandonment has just absolutely gotten rid of any of the major evidence. Like, I really don't see anything here that says, hello, I'm a mine portal, or I was a mine portal. Like, the LiDAR definitely has something here, like the wall that we just looked at. So, you know, it realistically could have been anywhere along here, really. It's like, that's a pretty big face. You know, could have even been here. I'm gonna have a look at one last thing on my maps, and I'll see if we have time to go have a look at that. Otherwise we're gonna have to wrap it up. Right guys, I have to start making my way out of here. I do apologize that we didn't find anything. I still had a really cool adventure though, and it's not quite the end just yet. I'm gonna make my way out. I'm gonna put my phone and gimbal away so I can just get on up out of here. But I've got another little map from the property owners that shows a few things that, you know, I may be able to track down before it gets dark. So I will put this away. I will get up out of this gully and I will see you guys in a bit. Right guys, I'm laying here in the grass in a sheep paddock, catching my breath. We didn't find anything today, unfortunately. Well, nothing major. We found a few foundations and some rails, that's tram line, which is still pretty cool, plus a bottle and that cool skull as well. So that's going to be it for today and for this episode, but we're not giving up. We are going to come back and we're going to dedicate more time to this property, trying to figure out what's left of the major industry that was here, you know, 60, 70 years ago. So thank you guys so much for coming along on this journey. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I hope you've learned something, and I hope that I've piqued your curiosity. And I will catch you all next time. Bye.